Women of Houston. Boss Women of Houston is presented to you by Bad and Bougie Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Nikki, the CEO. We also have our other host, Dr. Kanisha Gaskin, and today joining us is the beautiful Miss Blue Radio.
Hey, Miss Blue
Thank you. I like
Radio.
that.
We're, we're excited to have you. So, can you first, before we get into it, because I know once we start talking, it'll elude us. Can you give us an idea of how to reach you on your social media outlets or contact you?
Absolutely. You can contact me at Miss Blue Radio Show underscore or Real Miss Blue. And that's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything.
All right. I know
Hmm.
that Miss Nikki, CEO, she sent me over your bio. And when I started reading it, I was like, amazing.
Amazing.
And she was like, yeah, she do all of this. So we know you're an actress, you're a rapper, you have your own radio show host and everything. Could you want to tell us about that?
Yes. So I've been doing music for a while. I started with a lot of the guys that is on now.
Hmm.
Right.
Paul Wall, Beat King, a lot, Chameleonaire.
My
So it's
children's
just
favorite.
yes. So that's one of my favorite as well. So it's just a blessing to see them doing really big things
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
I thought it was going to be a phase, but I ended up really loving entertainment. So
Hmm.
then I started to do other things, and I got into acting. I got the opportunity to work with Jayla World Productions on my first film, which was called Pipe Dreams.
Okay.
It'll be coming to
Okay.
Tubi soon, sometime September. So that was exciting, and thank
Congratulations.
you. And then 3 years ago, I started into radio.
Mm.
Yeah, so that was a whole different beast. Yeah,
Yes.
it was nothing like the music side of things, but it's been interesting. I met some really good people, and I've had some real good, support and motivation.
So could you share with us the difference or the transition between being in the music industry on the rapper side and then coming into being a radio show host?
Yes, it's like when you're a rapper, you connect with people on a different level.
Hmm.
It's hard to explain, but like musicians look at music like an art form.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you're connecting with them really just on the strength of your songs, what you talk about, maybe your background. But when you get into radio,
Hmm.
you're now interviewing those artists, and
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna be real. It was kind of challenging
Mm.
them seeing me in that light, going from their peer
Hmm.
to
Wow.
now you're interviewing me. What do
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know how to interview? I don't know about this.
So you
Like,
felt
Yeah.
like you had to prove
I know
yourself.
for a fact I had to prove
Mm.
Yeah.
myself. It was just not I thought I would be able to just say, y'all come interview since I've done showcases with them, and they
Yeah.
were they were just like, Blue, I want to see you do some other interviews. Like it
Really?
was
Yeah.
it was different. So I had to learn some stuff from Homestead Slim
Yeah.
because
Mm.
I was like lost. Like, what do I do? He was like, you need a whole different persona.
Hmm.
You're
Mm.
Miss Blue to the rappers, but now it's like you're radio blue. Like you have to do
Mm-hmm.
something different. So it was a challenge. It
Mm.
really
So,
was.
what about some of the artists that you work with that you may have known personal things about, and you did the interview, and they probably thought that you would bring up something?
Mm.
I had those too. It was
Hmm.
like, but I've always been one of those type of people where I knew everybody's secrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
People at school would just come tell me stuff because I wouldn't tell. They're like, I had to tell somebody I know is not getting out.
Yeah.
So they know that I wasn't going to
Hmm.
tell.
Expose them
But
or
Yeah.
then I
anything
was
like
also surprised that they would end up telling me some very personal things on my
Hmm.
show
that. Right.
where
Hmm.
I wasn't even comfortable hearing. I'm like, do you want that edited out? No,
Hmm.
no, keep it in there. So I was just like, okay, so it's really been enlightening on the
Mm-hmm.
radio side. How
Hmm.
how now they are opening up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want a story. I got to tell this, and I'm like, okay, let's do it.
It's the outlet. Because a lot of people mask it because they have to show a personification through the entertainment era. But I believe that when they actually have individuals that know
Hmm.
Hmm.
uh, from all sides and angles, it allows them to open up a little more
Right,
personal.
I agree too.
And be a
So
little
were
bit
you a
more
little
comfortable.
shy when you was on there? Is it a different shy from being a rapper to a different shy from being a radio host?
I think so. And the crazy part is because I'm not shy. I
Hmm.
will get on any stage and rock it. I love to
Okay.
perform. I just lose. I don't even see the audience.
Mm.
I love to perform. But like the radio side, I think, I don't want to say with shyness, but bloopers. because
Yeah.
Oh
you're
We
yeah.
on
out there
you're on radio, and it's
live.
like that's the thing. You can't say, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that."
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's out there. Hmm.
So that was a struggle
Mhm.
because I want to hit the mute, and then the coordinator would be like, I could just see him, and I was like, oh, and then losing thought. So you have to
Oh
be able. You
yeah.
got some of those artists that
Spontaneous.
ramble, 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 and then you forgot what you asked.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it looks crazy because y'all talking about something different. So getting control.
Yeah.
Slim worked with me. He was like, "Hey, you are the radio host." He was like, "You do not let
Orchestrate
them
that
come in
Mhm.
and
and
run
tell,
you.
yeah, and
Yeah.
answer you. You ask you questions? No, ma'am."
Mhm.
And I was just like, "Oh wow!" Like it was a total
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
beat.
It's a whole methodical
It really
process
is. They
Yeah.
don't.
because when they start rambling, you have to be able to bring them back,
Yeah.
Thank you.
keep them on course.
Thank you.
We've had to do
When
that.
it's heavy, you have to
Yes.
decide when you have to uplift. Or and and it's just it's stressful to where you're trying to think so many different angles to the
Yeah.
point you be like, uh, well, what's next? What about those
Right.
talk show visitors that come and you have to pull teeth out of them just to
Yes.
get them?
Get them to talk. Yes.
Okay. It's funny that you diva said that because I actually had a few, and I'm just gonna be real. I stop it. I stopped the interview because I do the editing.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
just completely stop and I say sometimes they would pay for an interview.
Mhm.
I was
Hmm.
like, you paid your money
Yeah.
Right.
to interview with me, and you're not saying anything interesting. You're not saying anything that someone can look back and say, I want to contact that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
This is your moment of your 15 seconds, and you're doing bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
being
they're
real.
yeah,
They need it.
and they're like, really? So I'll play a little bit. I'm like, or are you okay? You want to come in the office and come back? And they're like, yeah, let me go get something to drink. And then they kill it the next time around. Then I've had another guy come in there, and I don't know if he was on drugs or something, but he couldn't remember his artist name, the song and
Oh.
that really offended me. I was like, you do know what show you on? He's like, what show am I on again? I'm like,
Oh.
I can't, we
Oh
can't even interview you.
wow.
Yeah, so I have the quiet ones, and I'm like, or the ones that just forget everything. I'm
I'm
just
Yeah.
like,
so
what's
nervous.
going on? I think that he was stoned on something
Wow.
that day because
Yeah.
he was scaring some of the people that was in the
Studio.
studio,
Oh
Hmm.
and I
wow.
was just like, I even called him a Uber because I didn't trust him getting on a bus. I
Oh
was
Oh
scared
yeah.
wow.
for this person, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it gets very interesting in the world of radio.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine you being on the stage because you had that tunnel vision when you're on stage, so you're in your own world. But then when you are on the radio, I can see you losing your train of thought. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, and I don't know. You all have been doing it for a very long time. This is just 3 years in the game.
mhm.
You also have your boss divas, and no disrespect, I am not mad at all. You might step on their toes, and
Yeah.
and
We've
they didn't
had
and
that.
they didn't
Yes.
tell you what not to ask. They will tell you,
Mhm.
"Hey, Miss Blue, I don't want to talk about that," and it changed their entire mood. And it's like I have to now bring them back and
Mhm.
calm
Mhm.
them down and
Or
try to
navigate
even it
it.
out because
Yeah.
I want the interview to be good and I really want
Mhm.
to interview this person
We want
and
Right.
I
the
don't want to
energy
step
to
on your
be good.
toes. You
Yeah.
have to have that.
Right. And I don't think a person know how much detail it takes just to interview a person because you're trying to make sure their best interest is at
Mhm.
Right.
heart, that their story is being put out there. But in the same sense, you're trying to protect your reputation as
Hmm.
well for the
Mhm.
professionalism that you have built.
That's true.
Mhm.
So that dynamic is alarming and can be
Mhm.
challenging, just like you
Very,
say, very challenging.
very.
Mhm.
Okay. So, do you have any specific um what do you have any specific songs of yours that you want to talk about? And do you have any
Yes.
videos for the songs?
Yes. So I am so excited that I dropped my EP, Big Ass Party. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
okay,
Like this is
okay.
I have the chance to actually have 100% creative control
Mhm.
on every song, and I
Mm-hmm.
Good.
cannot say I've had that before.
Good.
I
Wow.
cannot say I've had that before. And so it put me in a really good artistic space.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
so that is like my pride and joy right now. It dropped a couple of weeks ago, and the main single is "I'm a Vibe" because I want all my women to feel good about themselves and feel
Right.
All
sexy
right.
and know everything that you do, you're a vibe. Somebody is watching. You're inspiring somebody, whether they say it or not.
Somebody. You
Somebody.
better
So
talk,
yes,
Blue.
I'm so excited for that
Somebody.
project. Yes, streaming on all music platforms. And we did the video for now. This was a while ago. We did "Shake That Ass." That was the very first single.
Mm-hmm.
We did the video for that, but we're getting ready. Hopefully next month or mid September, shoot the video for "I'm a Vibe." It is going to be so sexy.
All right. So, what video would you like to take us into now?
I'm going to have to say, let's do "Shake That Ass."
Shake that ass. You heard it from Miss Blue.
Hmm.
It's not a game,
He
man.
said, do it like you pose to and get down on the floor. He said, do it like them strippers do and slide down the pole. He said, do it like them hoes do and get your money up. He said, do it, let me touch it, boy, I know you wanna fuck. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass all the way to the floor. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass like you already know. Said he only wanna sport me, told him keep it 100. And just to be up in my face, he better throw out some hundreds. Louis V Chanel bags, let's go fuck up some comers. Bitches jealous, so they hate, but I don't deal with the drama. Big ass for days, I got ass for months. Jackie Chan on these niggas, make my ass do stunts. Throw this ass like a bitch out in New Orleans. A little twerking ain't never hurt nobody. He like how that 45 fit inside them jeans. He asked what he gotta do to get on my team. I told him let's get to the money, don't sell me dreams. My attitude a little crazy and my moves extreme. I told him watch me pop it, I'm the shit. About my money, I'm that bitch. If she bad, run it up. Watch me do it. Zero.
What's wrong? What are you about to do?
I'm about to call Dollar Ass and tell him that we just put up at the club and he better have my motherfucking money tonight and stop playing with me.
What's up?
Dollar, we just pulled up at the club tonight. I want my motherfucking money. Stop playing with me.
Hold on. The fuck y'all doing out here? Got a house full of motherfuckers and y'all down here bullshit. And when you bullshit, you play with my percentage. What's up?
Dollar,
My name is Dollar B. I got you shit.
Dollar, listen to me. I need my money tonight. I am not playing with you. You understand me?
Hey, you watch your tone? You talking to me? I'll tell you that much. You watch your tone. You watch your tone. Tell you I got your goddamn money. You get some money when I get to you. No sooner, no later. I get to you when I get to you. I'll let you.
You better have my goddamn money tonight.
He said, do it like you pose to and get down on the floor. He said, do it like them strippers do and slide down the pole. He said, do it like them hoes do and get your money up. He said, do it, let me touch it, boy, I know you wanna fuck. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass all the way to the floor. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass like you already know. So tell me what the fuck we doing, cause I probably wanna brag. I got rich girl taste, can you buy us matching Jags? If you ain't afraid to spend, put that money on the real bitch. Bet I bend it over like a motherfucking savage. Something is a habit, boy you better take it. I can play my cards, it don't matter how you deal it. Ask me for dessert, put this pussy on a platter. I'm gon' make it work, he better stroke it till it shatter. They think that she better, she not even better. Watch her at the bottom while I'm climbing up the ladder. These bitches is rats, so I feed them on my cheddar. Pouring up the shots, this a boss bitch anthem. Put your damn hands up, face down, ass up. I'm ready to act up, bitch you better back up. Gone off that liquor, about to dance like a stripper. I just came to shake my ass, I ain't tripping by the nigga. He said do it like you pose to and get down on the floor. He said do it like them strippers do and slide down the pole. He said do it like them hoes do and get your money up. He said do it, let me touch it, boy, I know you wanna fuck. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass all the way to the floor. Shake that ass, ho. Shake that ass, ho.
That was sexy,
Thank you.
Blue. So could you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do that video and make up all the intricate parts of it?
Yes, I basically had a campaign with women just sending me videos of them dancing and just being real sexy. And I was like, I need to have this at a strip club. Like
Uh-huh.
and get, get the girls behind it. And so we did. And I actually got to perform that night the song at the strip
Oh.
club.
All
Oh
right.
wow,
So yeah,
okay.
it was a really cool. I felt like female movement, and we kind of played off of Players Club, the movie,
Mhm.
and had a little skit in there. So a lot of people liked that too.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. And you're inspired by the late Bernie Mac. Tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about that.
Bernie Mac was one of my favorite comedians.
Mine too.
Yes, so
Yes.
So
when,
organically
yes, when he
cute.
passed away, I was really sad.
Hmm.
I felt like he had left too soon,
Yeah.
but he had given us a lot of good stuff to,
Hmm.
his legacy. So I thought let's have, a tribute to Bernie Mac, and
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
that's what we did with Shake That
All right. All
Ass.
right. That was
Oh,
real. That was real special.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
with you being an actress, had you got the opportunity to work with Bernie Mac, would you have reached out to him or his team?
I would have. I definitely would have. I always wanted to do like some type of funny comedy with Bernie Mac or him being my dad.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I
That would have been
always thought like,
hilarious.
geez, I'm trying to like do that, but it's like again, you don't know that we're all temporary. You don't know what
Yeah.
Mhm.
someone expiration date is, and I think that's the surreal part of life is like,
Yeah.
wow, I thought he'd be here forever,
Yeah.
and now he's
Mhm.
Yeah.
not. So
That teach us, especially with a lot of artists that's just expiring these days, with lack of a better word right now, that we should be able to gravitate and hold on to those moments,
right,
Hmm.
because we're looking at all the artists that are getting killed and may meet their demise and things like that, and then how different the world
right.
is. So is it any type of concern that you may have in the things that you're doing
I
with the
tell you,
platform that you have?
daily, I have
Like
to pray.
stalkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to pray daily. I have to pray for the people around me. I
Hmm.
have to pray
Mhm.
for people I don't even know because I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes being in the entertainment industry, even on an underground level, is spooky at times. I've
Yeah,
Hmm.
seen, I've heard,
absolutely.
and I'm just like, sometimes I'm taken aback, like, what?
Hmm.
Mhm.
So you have to really be careful about who you engage with and just what you're caught doing. I don't believe in flashing money.
Yeah.
At
Most
I
all.
definitely.
mean, I get on my people around me for flashing money because I'm like,
You never
we
know
guilty
Yeah.
by
who's
association.
watching.
They'll assume that I got
Yeah. Yeah.
racks like
Right,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
right.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really big
Innocent
concern. It
bystanders.
really
Mhm.
is.
Yes.
And I like that about you, that you school or teach the individuals around you, because people fall so victim to the cliche
Yeah.
Yes.
of what's hype
Yeah.
or whatever's the trend, and they
Hmm.
don't really look at the causation that can cause
Yeah.
somebody to come rob them,
Right.
or to stalk them, or to get into their private
That's
space.
facts.
Yeah.
So have you been exposed to anyone trying to enter into your private space at a
Oh,
point?
yeah. I know when I first started with the radio thing, it was a really spooky area where the location was, and I would have people following and hiding in a bush to
Yeah.
Oh
watch
wow.
us. So I started bringing someone with me
Hmm.
Mhm.
because they thought maybe you're tripping. I'm like, no. And then I'm glad the guys that I work with, I was able to point out this person, and they went and talked to him. They
That's
was like, why
good.
are you, lurking around? And
Right.
this lady works at this our radio station. So that was kind of scary. And even on like when you're shooting photo shoots, I don't consider myself a model at all.
Hmm.
You're
I just
You
thank you
beautiful.
so
beautiful.
much, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of work
Hmm.
for the models. I just say I take good pictures. When I took pictures, I had people trying to follow me into the bathroom, and the
Yeah.
photographer, if it wasn't for him, I don't know what would have happened that particular time. That was really scary.
Hmm.
Like you really, we're doing this thinking that we're like normal.
Yeah.
People
Right.
are
Yeah.
obsessed with
Yeah. Really.
you and who you're connected to. It's
Yeah.
very
That
scary.
connection.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I've
that.
experienced that.
Mhm.
Also, and the scary part for you is you have to give your location because you're performing. So you never know who
Mhm.
may show up.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they know the location of
Yeah,
the
to know
radio
the
station,
location. Yeah.
and different areas, that you make, and because you're in the limelight, because you have to expose yourself because of the line of work that
Right.
you do, And you have to be careful. That level of privacy really isn't private,
That's true.
so we have to be careful with that. Because we've experienced it where we walked and somebody say, "Hey, you Boston or Houston,
Yeah.
or you on ear hustling?" And I'm like, I ain't even,
Wow. They
think it went
watch.
around that fast,
Mhm.
and it did.
Yeah.
So, and you're gorgeous.
Thank
You're
you.
gorgeous. So don't minimize that. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. So could you tell us a little bit of how you would inspire someone else if they were looking to do some of the things that you're doing?
Absolutely. I feel like with the women, and I try not to preach, but I've been there and I've done it, and I wish that the ladies that are around me would change the way they interact with men.
Yeah, most definitely.
I can't, y'all, I can't.
Express it
Elaborate
enough.
on it because
They
it's
Yes,
don't.
needed.
it's
Okay,
needed.
so this is my problem, y'all. This is my concern.
Hmm.
I've never been the groupie, right?
Most
But I've been
definitely.
invited to all of the rapper
Events.
stuff. I've done
Hmm.
Mhm.
VIP.
Mhm.
But what I try to teach them is I got that because they respected me. They couldn't
Exactly.
say they slept with me or
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get all on them and stuff. But my girls, I found out they, might have slept with a guy or they're doing something, and I'm just like, not to again, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like now you can't talk to me about a business opportunity
Yeah.
because once you throw that on the guy, that's all he sees.
Yeah.
He's not thinking about nothing else but that. And then they go through that, and then it's like they dump it on me. Well, what can I do? Can you talk to the person? No.
No.
I tried to put you in a situation,
Boundaries.
and you
Yeah.
and you did that.
Boundaries, and we talk about
Boundaries.
that all the
And we
time.
Yeah,
share
you have
boundaries
to.
because you can't, the old cliche, you can't mix business with pleasure.
Yes.
And that has gravitated towards me from my grandparents and my parents, that you always have to stay professionalism and you always have to carry yourself like you want to be
Mhm.
treated.
That's just
Mhm.
the way it is.
And I think that's a good thing to share with individuals that you're mentoring,
Yeah.
or young ladies that's trying to come up in the exposure that
Yeah.
you have, because those things are not taught.
Yeah.
No,
And
Hmm.
so
they're
it's
not.
not being mean. It's just telling them what they need. If you don't tell them what they need to know, and you tell them what they want to hear, then they're not learning.
Or
Right.
they'll say,
That's
"Why
true.
Mhm.
didn't you tell me?"
Yeah.
People oftentimes blame us, for the things that they don't get.
That's
Hmm.
true. And
Mhm.
these guys, I try to tell them, these
Hmm.
guys, what do they always see? What are they used to? Groupies. What are they
Mhm.
not used to? A woman that don't get excited about them. You gotta
Exactly.
give it to them.
And that's who
That
they give
makes
the
you more of a
respect to.
mystery.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Don't be the chick like that they're all used to, and that's why I get along so good with the guys in the
Exactly.
community because they know.
Yeah.
Let's just get to the business, but and just staying true to yourself.
Mhm.
Right.
Just
Mhm.
staying
Being
true to
authentic.
yourself. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
another thing because like you can ride someone's wave, but they already have a Nikki and they already have a Megan. You
Yeah.
have to stay in your lane. It's okay to have the cadence sometimes with them, but you have to stay in your lane. And I see a lot of people that's like, oh, I'm gonna just do what Saweetie doing. But what are you doing?
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
have to be authentic or find some way to
Mhm.
be your genuine
You.
self.
Nobody wants
Yeah,
duplication.
Yeah.
right. But they
Nobody.
don't. Some of them they just don't get it.
But some of them feel like, and I don't know if you ever have any exposure to this, like someone feels like they have to be like someone else
Oh yeah,
in order to get exposure, or they feel like they have to be connected to you in order to get that. And it's a hurtful feeling because you want people to know you for who you
Your
are.
own
right.
All
identity.
right.
That's
Hmm.
true.
Mhm.
So has it been difficult for you to pave your way to where you are?
Well, it's been challenging. I
Mhm.
don't I don't know so much difficult, but I say challenging because, and then there were times where I have to be honest with myself. I
Hmm.
just wasn't open to certain things
Mhm.
that were not bad. It's just, I think the older you get, you're more open to someone critiquing and criticizing you and
Mhm.
showing you the way.
Right.
And I just will be honest that back then I was just like, wanting to see, I saw it my way, and then my friends like in music was letting me, hit the floor, and then I
Mhm.
say, let's run it back. What were
Mhm.
you saying? And it's like, yeah. And so once I got under artist development though.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That's something that they need to bring back.
Yeah.
For 2 years, I was on artist development. It literally changed my entire way of
Mhm.
thinking.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, it has been a challenge, but I think it's getting better because again, it's about being your authentic self
Right.
Mhm.
and just coming up with a formula that will work because people are out there and they want
Mm-hmm.
to see something different. And
Yeah.
you would be surprised.
Mm-hmm. I like when individuals can stay towards their uniqueness,
Me too.
because when you're unique, your tribe will find you
Mhm. Mhm.
when you're
Exactly.
unique.
Okay. So, do you have another video that you want to bring us into?
Yes, this is another favorite, one of my favorite songs, and it's actually off the EP, Big Ass Party, Go Off, produced by Diggs.
Shout out to Diggs.
Shout out to
Yes.
Dig.
Yeah. They step back when they see me like they hardened, son. With his chicks, so we looking like pardon, son. 45-inch ass and it's worth the ton. We long, so they thinking I'm Brazilian. Cut the check and the pussy worth $1 million. Where the cup, you can pour me up a drink or something. Said he love me cause I told him he the only one. Said I never let a lame nigga fuck for fun. I been it over, so I told him better throw them racks. If I'm on it, then it's turning to a platinum track. Red bottom heels on when I count my stack. He got a sunroof top with a diamond in the back, yeah. He got plenty big faces, got my name in different places. I stay winning while they hating though, hating though. You can't have him if you want it. Looking good, so I'm gon' flaunt it. I just tell him it's whatever, ho. Watch me go off, wrist on gloves. Run my own shit, yeah, it costs to be a boss. Ass so fat, yeah, I like the flaws. Stun the shades on, that's how we do it in the south. Watch me go off, wrist on gloves. Run my own shit, yeah, it costs to be a boss. Ass so fat, yeah, I like the flaws. Stun the shades on, that's how we do it in the south. I don't give out my number, they be stalking me online. I can stand next to the baddest, and I promise I'ma shine. Niggas hoping that he messed up, got so many next in line. If you think I'm leaving Jay, you out your motherfucking mind. Creeper from behind, he got a mean swag with it. MJ bad in the bed when he beat it. I tell him good form like Nicky when he eat it. Fuck him in the club one time for the culture. Anything I touch, I go hard, thought I told you. Got him on salute like a motherfucking soldier. Came to get drunk and I never leave sober. Pour another round and let the clear take over, yeah. He got plenty big faces, got my name in different places. I stay winning while they hating though, hating though. You can't have him if you want it. Looking good, so I'm gon' flaunt it. I just tell him it's whatever, ho. Watch me go off, wrist on gloves. Run my own shit, yeah, it costs to be a boss. Ass so fat, yeah, I like the flaws. Stun the shades on, that's how we do it in the south. Watch me go off, wrist on gloves. Run my own shit, yeah, it costs to be a boss. Ass so fat, yeah, I like the flaws. Stun the shades on, that's how we do it in the south.
Welcome back and digging the vibe on this one, Miss
Thank
Blue.
you.
So I love the way you have the men and the women um in the
Interacting.
vibe.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So tell us what inspired you to get the men and the women in the vibe.
Yes, well, when I made this particular song, I was listening to stuff on the radio, and I didn't hear a lot of songs where the men were actually being uplifted as well. And like, you fly and you smell good and buy her a drink. I'm trying to get the ladies a drink. So
Yes.
I had that in the song, like, you see a fine woman, buy her a drink, tell her she pretty, and keep it moving. And I just felt like it was just something for my people, specifically for the South.
Yes.
I wanted like a South anthem, and like when I performed it, I was so happy to see men
Mhm.
vibing to it as well as women. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, oh
Hmm.
yes, most definitely. Got to keep the culture in the South. Most
Yes.
definitely.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know that is something that can carry weight for years to
That's
come.
true.
Mhm.
It's years to come, because I believe when you inspire someone, and if you infuse it with your lyrics, you teaching them as well.
Mhm.
And I like that about the way you orchestrate your music.
Thank
I,
you.
I, I like that. I like that. So where does Blue see herself in the next 3, 5, 10 years? What's Blue's plans and goals?
Well, I would like to be. I would like to have a structured platform for artists to get real exposure,
Yeah.
just like you're doing. I think
Mhm.
that's so important, and bringing people in that could give them some feedback and having
Mhm.
showcases that matter and magazine plugs. I'm doing good on connecting and building bridges. I tell
Mhm.
people, build the bridge, don't burn it. So
Yeah,
I'm
Amen.
you
just
said
building,
something right
yes, I'm
there.
building
Mhm.
my roster, my all-star team, and I think, I'm hoping in the future that if I don't become a mainstream artist, that is fine with me. If I don't get on Tyler Perry's set, I'm not going to say that's fine with me. I'm
We're gonna
pushing.
claim
I'm
that.
pushing so hard to
We're gonna
get to
claim
Tyler
that one.
Perry's set. Yes, we are. But I think on the music side, I would love to dabble in ghostwriting. I
Oh
see
yeah.
so much opportunity
Mhm.
in being the background
And that's
person.
a
Yeah.
reward
Everybody wants to be
too.
the star.
Yeah.
Hmm
But sit in the background and you will be surprised how much you learn. I'm just soaking up so much knowledge on
Baby,
these
you said
sets and
something.
just, yes.
Because Prince was a ghostwriter.
And see, I didn't
Michael
even,
Jackson was a
and
ghostwriter.
see, I know I'm a really big Michael Jackson fan. So
Prince
yeah,
wrote a lot of Alicia Keys songs.
Oh really? I
mm,
didn't know that.
I
And
think
and different
Fallen was
artists.
it? I'm not for sure if it was Fallen, but I saw his name
Hmm
on one of the songs and I
hmm
was like, wow.
He was behind the scenes on a lot of things. And believe it or not, here comes the business side of me. Residual, royalty,
Yeah.
Hmm.
all of that plays. You don't always have to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes makes just as much
Yeah.
without the exposure.
Yeah.
You
Hmm
can't tell people that though. I try to teach them,
Yeah.
even with movie sets. Sometimes I'm not off with the role. I don't cry and get mad at the director. You know what I
Mhm.
do?
Mhm.
How can you do? You need a production assistant, and
Yeah.
hmm
they pay
Be
so
surprised.
good.
Yeah.
They pay so good. I'm talking about bills. They
Mhm.
pay
Yes.
so good behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid more than the actors and actresses, but
Yeah.
they feel like they're better. Sometimes like
Yeah.
I'm better than her, and
Because
I'm
I'm
like,
on the
because I
scene.
don't tell my business, but
Yeah.
hmm
they pay good.
And see, that's
hmm
the thing I like about you. You're smart.
Thank
You want to
you.
learn more than what
Humble.
your role is. You're humble,
Thank
and
you.
you want to help other people. So I really
hmm
love that
Yeah.
about you.
hmm
Your morals and your uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? I really,
Integrity.
yeah,
Thank y'all
integrity.
so
I
much.
really love that about you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And you said something just a few minutes ago. You said, "Don't burn the bridge." That's going to later on. You might need to help you get over it. And
Mhm.
I
Exactly.
know that a lot of people, when they get one big gig or
Mhm.
one big platform, they forget about the ones that help them get
Help
over
them
that
get
hump,
there.
and they
Mhm.
begin to change.
Mhm.
So have you been exposed to any individuals that may have changed throughout your career, or your process of becoming, that you've seen that really kind of shifted something inside of you?
I maybe well, God forgive me. I am blessed.
Hmm
But I'm blessed to not have seen that.
Okay.
Mhm.
If I did, honestly, maybe I missed it. I
hmm
Mhm.
think the people that were mentors to me, even one of them reached out to me when I did this EP. I didn't even know he was still in contact. That's the artist development program I went to. He was like,
Mhm.
"I see you. I'm so proud of you."
That's
Good.
And
good.
so far I haven't had that experience yet. But I know that it happens. Like when I dabbled into radio, I had people that thought that I would be funny acting, or just
Mm.
Mhm.
they tried to cut me off before I even,
They labeled you
Mhm.
yeah,
before
they
you
Yeah.
just
even had the
assumed,
Yeah.
oh, she in
opportunity.
radio now, she not gonna. I
Mhm.
was like, where's your music?
Yeah.
Hmm
Give me the. I mean, I'm gonna try to help you. Like I'm just not. I'm not that type of person. That's just not who I am. But I haven't been exposed so far to
Mhm.
anyone that just blew up. It happens,
Yeah.
hmm
but I haven't seen it personally.
I believe once you set standards
Mhm.
of where you are, and you put that expectation out there,
Hmm.
that it pretty much governs how you do your business. And then
Mhm.
that integral part, as we mentioned, your humbleness, and that integral part, and you're straightforward. I can
Yeah.
tell that it eliminates any type of deviation
I
that can
think
cause
so.
that.
I
Mhm.
think
Hmm
so. I
And
hmm
I
think so.
like the part too that I forgot to say earlier that she's trying to guide women into being women
I'm
and
trying, y'all.
hmm
being seen and not heard. You know what I'm saying? And
hmm
to be a groupie, me being in the
hmm
music industry, I've seen
I bet you
the group.
have.
Yeah, I've
hmm
seen the groupies. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
and it's bad for them.
It's really
hmm
bad,
It's really
especially
bad
when,
for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
with, and I know that you have heard some stuff, but it's like the guys are so comfortable with you, and they'll
Yeah.
tell you about the girl.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry when I see her the next time in the studio, and I'm like, oh my. It was
Yeah.
like 10 dudes talking about, but I can't say it because I don't want
Exactly.
to be in a
Mhm.
mess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Or
it
And you
not
know they
that,
happens.
be
It
and not
and you
that,
happens.
know
but
their business.
You
yeah,
sure
and looking
do.
from the
Mhm.
outside perspective,
Yeah.
like in my standpoint,
Cause they talk.
Yes, they do.
the impression that you may have some females get or some males may believe just because of the title,
Yeah.
Right.
or the business. Let me say that
Mhm.
because each business has a type of perception or perspective.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I like that you're trying to change the dynamic of that
I'm trying.
perspective and tell women, hey, you can still be in the game, but you
Yeah.
still could be modest and respectful as well.
Very much
Exactly.
so.
And you still can have a business mindset. Like
Mhm.
I'm not just all about a platform. I'm all about behind the scenes
That's
Yeah.
and
right.
building up. And
That's
that's
true.
a pertinent, intricate part that needs to be displayed by
Mhm.
individuals in your position.
I agree.
Yeah. Cause they do talk.
Hmm. I try not to preach, but it's just like, yeah, I'm
But
gonna
it's
get up and
needed.
leave. No,
Because
We
I tell the
call it
guys, y'all, I'm gonna get up and
yeah,
leave
mentoring.
because I
yeah.
don't want to hear. Because I just get so mad. Like, come on,
Hmm.
sister, you didn't even finish the mixtape. The
Yeah.
first song, he didn't even master it, and you done slapped
And
him.
now
Yes.
he don't
You're
have
Yes.
not
to.
even getting that. I'm
Yes.
letting you know you're not getting that song back because now he's gonna
Yes.
want more to record that.
Yes.
They don't
Oh
get it
wow.
though. It's like
Hmm.
I'm a hater or I'm jealous, and I'm like, okay,
No,
all
you should
right,
be jealous that I didn't
whatever.
give myself away.
I mean, they don't
Give
get it.
That
myself
yeah.
Right?
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then then they get blocked off of social media and they get
Oh, that's the
yeah.
killer
Mhm.
part.
Yeah, and then
The
yeah.
name,
Yeah.
That's
now
the
the
killer part.
reputation precedes
Yeah.
itself,
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
and it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's hard
you're
to
and
come
I
back
was
from
in mess one time because one of my friends decided to sleep with a really big rapper
Mhm.
out here that I told her not to sleep with. I was doing business with them, and it just like it really made me upset because the guy was like he didn't care because he's a guy, but she got all offensive. She would come to the studio while we're recording, and I'm like I had to tell her you
You
did that to
can't come.
yourself.
Yeah, you can't come.
He's a guy.
Mhm.
You did it to yourself, but you can't come up here
Yeah.
doing that. Or I'm not gonna be able to be friends with you because she could not decipher. It's like she was
couldn't
feeling like they in a relationship.
differentiate.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
Hmm.
he
girl, you
yeah.
had so many women come through here. I told her
Yes.
that though.
Yes.
It wasn't nothing new, but that's my
You're not the only
yes.
one.
My point is like I just want my ladies to be better. I was told the same game. I promise you, I was. But the difference is I was told by a man.
Yeah.
I was told by a
Mm.
man in the industry.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I just stuck with what he told me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Hmm.
because you feel like you the only one. They gonna make you feel like you the only one, and then you can't come to the studio no more. Then you want to start stalking.
Hmm.
Then they block you from social
Baby,
media.
that's a whole topic for another.
Oh,
She knows.
yeah,
That's a whole topic for
yes,
a whole
She
nother.
yeah,
said that's a whole.
Woo!
Yes, it
Baby,
is.
that's
yeah,
a behind the scenes, real deep,
yeah.
uncut
And
Hmm.
and
then they still talk as if
unedited.
they talking, not knowing that we know that girl, you done been
Oh,
blocked.
Hmm.
everybody.
Girl.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Well, we definitely enjoyed you, Miss Blue,
Thank
and
you.
I will be following you, and I will be keeping in contact with you because your business mindset and your humbleness is something that every woman should be connected to.
Thank you.
And it's not being opportunistic. It's because I appreciate value, and
Exactly.
women of stature need to be able to stick together with that type
That's
of
true.
sisterhood.
Most
Amen for
definitely. And
that.
I don't take it that you're being mean. I feel like more women need to guide the other women that
Hmm.
don't really know. Some of them, that's all they used to.
That's
Hmm.
true. That's
So
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
yeah, it's not being mean. You got to say it now. If they don't adhere to what you're saying, that's on them. But you did try to tell them.
That's true.
So before we end, can you let us know about your social media outlets again and how they can reach
Yes.
you?
So you all can follow me on the radio side, Miss Blue Radio Show _ the music side, Real Miss Blue, and that's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Well, this is Boss Women in Houston. Until next time, love, peace,
And
and
unity.
unity. Goodbye.